From the 12th of December, they'd ordered a radio silence. So there were going to be no messages transmitted between battalions, between divisions. Everything was going to be done by runners, people handing messages to each other. So for 3 days before the battle, they'd maintained total radio silence, and nobody had an inkling.
In the early hours of December the 16th, the Germans attacked. A 48-hour barrage of artillery erupted with devastating power. And with a front row seat, the forward observers of the 333rd Field Artillery Battalion. While the Americans tried to grasp the scale of the situation, specialist SS units disguised as GIs went behind the lines and attacked. Soldiers, just out of training camp, who'd never heard a shot fired in anger, suddenly didn't know friend from foe. Panic and paranoia ripped through the lines, but this was just the beginning.
The 333rd found themselves in the path of the 1st Division SS, Leibstandarte Adolf Hitler. These were the standard bearers of Adolf Hitler. So I think it's fair to say that these lads were pretty radical. They'd actually been given an agenda before they set off. They'd been told to subjugate your enemy by whatever means. That meant no holds barred. You did what you thought fit. They were going to write the battle by their rules in the field.
Now the two main panzer armies descended. The 106th, with no combat experience and 5 days in the area, received orders to counterattack. They faced Joachim Peiper and SS troops hardened by years on the Russian front. They were outnumbered 10-1.
Against these 4 divisions, at most some 80,000 men, Hitler had amassed over 400,000 men, and some of them are the best troops available with the newest equipment, the best tanks in line.
The divisions who were here in the supposedly quiet Ardennes were actually covering wider ground than they should have been, because according to the US service manual issued in World War II, a division front was 5 miles. Well, in the case of the 106th Division, which incorporated the 333rd, they were covering an area of over 26 miles, so they were far too thinly spread for a start.
It was a short-lived resistance. 2 of the division's 3 regiments gave up immediately. It was the biggest American surrender of the war, with over 6,000 men falling into German hands at once. With the 106th in disarray, it was time for the 333rd to get out, while leaving a small unit to give covering fire. This meant a tough decision.